all of you to this special session on the 100 webinar series started by Gujarat Student Startup and Innovation Hub, iHub, and also Department of Higher and Technical Education, Government of Gujarat. Today, we are again talking in a subject which is very, very important about building startup and innovation ecosystem. And today we have distinguished panelists from South Gujarat, predominantly in Surat. And I will introduce all of them, and we'll have all our dignitaries talking to you, so you will have an opportunity to interact with them. So at this outset, I would like to welcome Sri M. Nagarajan, Commissioner of Higher Education and Board Member of iHub. I would like to welcome Hetal Mehta ji, the Managing Director of Happy Engineering and Chairperson of the Setu Foundation. I will also like to welcome Sanjay Punjabi ji, the President, TiE Surat Chapter, and an emerging entrepreneur and an evangelist to promote entrepreneurship. I'd like to welcome Professor Rajan Velukar, former Vice Chancellor of Mumbai University and at present Vice Chancellor of Oro University at Surat. And also I'd like to welcome Sri Bansanidhi Pani, who is shortly going to join, the Municipal Commissioner of Surat, Indian Administrative Service Officer in the Gujarat cadre. I'd also like to welcome Director SBNIT, Professor Gandhi, and also Jibraj Bhai, Director SBNIT Furnish. So today we have a very, very special subject to dwell upon, and this is something that we started after the inspiration of Nagarajan sir and Principal Secretary Anju madam, who also chairs the iHub board, that how do we take innovation and entrepreneurship efforts across districts, across cities, across different geographical locations. So this is the mission that we are trying to build ecosystems across the state. And today we are going to talk about how do we build innovation and startup ecosystem in South Gujarat, predominantly. So at this outset, I would like to welcome all of you. And this is a wonderful session. We are all going to learn from you. I would like to welcome Nagarajan sir for sharing his initial remarks for this session, and then we'll move on to our panelists.
Thank you, Hiranbhai. Today, we are focusing on a very special region of Gujarat, which is famous for industry, which is famous for entrepreneurship, and we now want to make it famous for innovation also. So this is a very important thing, and we are joined by all the eminent people in Surat and these nearby areas, which is covering Tapi, Narmada, Navsari, Valsad, and all the South Gujarat districts, which has been a hub of education also and entrepreneurship. Now we look forward to student innovation entrepreneurship in these areas. All the eminent people have joined us, and we all know that Surat as a city and is driving the biggest contributor to GDP of this country. Surat city only is contributing a very big chunk of GDP, which is very high, next only to Mumbai, but it is very, very higher than any other city, and it is one of the fastest growing smart cities in the country. And all the colleges nearby in the region have been doing very well. Colleges in and around Surat and nearby districts, especially even government engineering colleges and other colleges have been doing well. And I'm also happy to note that a lot of government arts and science colleges have also been regularly participating in this webinar series. And we have seen students, teachers, and even principals taking interest in this initiative and asking their doubts and clarifications. We also have eminent organizations which are leading the youth development and converting their potential into by connecting them to industry and also helping them in startup. I always felt that Surat as a city could give much more to this country, and we have diamond and textiles in Surat. So I mentioned that startup should also be added, and this pillar called DTS, which I have shared in many forums, diamond, textile, and startup, it should be created in the Surat region. We have Vapi, which is also an industrial area, and these three pillars of diamond, textile, and startup can actually transform this region. If you see, the startup is having agility and innovation, but they are not having the scale. In the textiles and diamonds, they are established industry, but they are having the scale, but they are not having the agility in terms of technology upgradation, zero waste management, prototyping, and trying out new products. Sometimes what happens is, many times we are only taking the older machinery from other countries and improving the business efficiency. But if we can improve on the processes from the local place itself, for which many of the eminent local industrialists are also taking efforts by creating research parks, and industry associations are also creating common engineering facility centers and prototyping centers. And Surat City, Surat Municipal Corporation has also established India's first smart city incubator, which is called the Surti Ideas and Innovations Lab, which is also a hotspot of convening the youth. Previously, there was no place where an innovator wants to go. Either if he is a student in an institution, he can take support of the institution. Once he leaves that place, he has nowhere to go. He has nowhere to put his foot into, which could be the start of his journey of innovation and entrepreneurship. So now we have providing a continuity from his first year in college up to 5 years after he finishes his studies, and even after. We have different institutions across the value chain. We have college-based incubators, and we have teachers. I have conducted open data hackathon in Surat. We had participation from all the teams in and around the South Gujarat region. And we have teachers who have done 2-3 hackathons. So they understand the importance of converting an idea into a project, and a project into a product, and a product into a startup. This entire value chain from idea to market, which is the core focus of iHub, and focused on students from the first year of college itself. If a student has an idea, we are ready to give anywhere from 25,000 to 2 lakh rupees, and the colleges themselves and grantee institutions can actually support, and the teachers also can help and guide them. So now we have a mature team, an army of enablers and mentors and change makers in our education, higher education system, across science stream, across engineering stream, across art stream. And any student who has a potential idea can get good guidance, good support, financial support, mentoring, and all the resources he needs to actually work on his idea. So with the support of today's discussion, I think we should make it more available to everyone, that everyone should dare to dream, everyone should dare to ask a question, find solutions, and solve the right problems for our society. And I'm sure today's session is being watched by all the people, especially in South Gujarat and across Gujarat, and even out of Gujarat. We know that what potential can be created, converted in this region. I look forward to very new wonderful ideas and inputs from the people who are change makers themselves in this panel today. And I'm congratulate iHub, Hiranmay, and your team for putting up this special edition, because we did not just focus only on hotspots or metros and other things. We should move beyond into tier 2, tier 3 cities. We should have a regional framework and approach into startup and innovation. So that one time I mentioned that if you are going to do innovation, and if Surat converts its potential, we used to talk about having a flight connectivity from Surat to Mumbai. I think we should talk about Surat to Silicon Valley, direct flight connectivity. That is the kind of innovation we should bring in this region. And we should say, I hope this discussion will be the starting point that even a student in Dang, even a student in Vagai, even a student in Valsad or any village, even a student in Tapi tribal district could also join this ecosystem. We have ecosystem and hubs and spoke model, and each and every college, each and every institute will be part of this very connected neuron type network. And we ensure that ideas, people, and actions move forward, connect, consolidate, and win. If Surat wins, if Surat region wins, Gujarat wins, and then India wins. So going vocal for local, and also Atmanirbhar Bharat is the clarion call we have got. And today's session is marking one more step towards a direction. So I congratulate you all, and please, I look forward to hearing good ideas from all the participants here. I will be muted, I will be invisible, but I'll be listening to the talks. Thank you so much for having me here today.
Thank you so much, Nagarjun sir, the Commissioner Higher Education of Government of Gujarat. With your inspiration, these things have gone to a new orbit, and you yourself has done tremendous work in setting up innovation process at Smart City Surat, an incubation, the first of its kind incubation center. So both a practitioner and also a visionary institution builder, having on the board of iHub is always an advantage for all of us to take this movement to next phase. So thank you, sir, for joining today. Look forward to put some questions to you. So I welcome Professor S.R. Gandhi and Professor Jay Banerjee from SBNIT, meanwhile, who have joined us. And welcome you, sir. SBNIT is going to play a very critical role in the entire innovation and startup ecosystem. So having you is always a pleasure.
Hiranmai, you should mention that you are also an alumni.
Yeah, I was supposed to do that. I have been taught by Professor Banerjee, and I'm sure that I was a decent student. And even Hetal Bhai is an alumni of NIT Surat years before. So a lot of our common gang have been there. And in fact, I started a student enterprise way back when Professor Banerjee used to be a faculty and used to teach us in the third semester. So a lot of water has flown by now, and a lot of things are happening. So I think a great learning, and Surat has given many things to us, and it's time to give back. So having said that, I will now move to Sanjay Punjabi ji. ये जो इकोसिस्टम बनाने की हम बात कर रहे हैं, हम लोग जैसे नाम ने कहा, हम सिर्फ मेट्रो में रहना होना चाहते हैं, हम चाहते हैं कि इसका विस्तार किया जाए और हर जगह पे, हर एरिया पे इस चीज को हम कैसे ले पाएं. तो टाई सूरत के माध्यम से क्या इनिशिएटिव ले रहे हैं आप लोग, और अगर हमें एक इकोसिस्टम बनाना है साउथ गुजरात में तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं, उसके ऊपर आपकी थोड़ी सी चर्चा चाहिए.
Fine. Thank you so much. So, very good evening to all the stalwarts, panelists, organizers, participants of this special webinar, which include many young talented minds of startup world. Gratitude to organizer who considered and invited myself as a president of TiE Surat to express my thoughts and views for this webinar. All learned panelists have significant contribution in shaping the future generation with their vision. We at TiE Surat, as being part of TiE Global, carry the legacy of not-for-profit global platform which nurture startups, mentors, investors, and all other stakeholders with a core objective of fostering entrepreneurship. TiE Surat came to existence from July 2019, and in a short span of approximately 11 months, we were able to reach out to a set of entrepreneurs of New India, which are working probably silently, and they gel and benefited with the presence of TiE Network. International research indicate third decade of 21st century belong to startups, and traditional businesses need to adapt to technology and growth mindset fueled by innovation at product and process level. And we witness the same here sitting in Surat, Tier 2 city of India. Gujarat being entrepreneur state of India and Surat being financial capital of Gujarat must excel in new gen businesses and can contribute to the vision of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji to achieve $5 trillion economy of India. While interacting with the Surat startups, you will be surprised to see the innovation and passion in their eyes and efforts, because we have seen that. I just wanted to cite few examples here. We have met Hardik Desai, founder of Meljo, who is leading a technology in the field of virtual reality, augmented reality, and artificial intelligence, and recently working to develop indigenous platform like Zoom and Google Meet. And the beta version is already released. So this is a Surat. We were astonished to see Arvind Sharaf, who is a founder of, who is an IIT Kanpur student, MIT passed out, and worked with Google for a few years and created a startup sitting in Surat called Wishbook, which got few rounds of funding and resolved textile product and marketing problem. It was Piyush Kabra who had startup of XYXX, which is a men's innerwear company. It's a textile company from Surat. And this young Turk is expanding aggressively into Indian market and competing with the Jockey brand. Sunny Kabrawala ventured in a space technology and recently lined up with the international scientists as advisor to the Surat company. Rest in P is a startup founded by Prakash Prajapati and Sushma Patel has solved problem of the senior citizens. We were stunned to observe seasoned entrepreneurs like Jayesh Bhai of Rajans has launched a startup called Share Economy, or Manish Doshi company, Concept Medical, having more than 100 patents from international agencies, and they are solving the problem related to the healthcare. Anand Desai of Anupam Rasayan is doing innovation and expansion in the field of chemical and pharma. Jignesh Desai from NJ had launched many new startups in the field of real estate and wellness. We were stunned to meet Ritesh Mehta, who worked with the founder of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, and he's basically from Surat and right now mentoring and heading a good startups from Surat. Suman Kachru, a founder of DGQC, developed an issue related to the project quality, and he had helped government agency to check points related to the COVID-19. So it is a project management related to the startup. CT Tadka is another startup which is a hyper-local platform which has got funding and ready to expand into a few more cities. Ravi Desai, Ronak Baid are the founders and providing support for the agri products, and probably they are managing the more than 2,000 tons of the apple preserved in Himachal Pradesh, and that has been done by the Surat company. IIT Guwahati gold medalist and ex-Citigroup executive Mayank Maheshwari has settled in Surat and working on the artificial intelligence startup called Better Me and AI. Few founders are working on EdTech, co-working right to the Surat, so as the other startups like Tatkal Lorry, Paperdome, Boohoo, Holistica, and many other startups. We at TiE Surat are a team of colleagues: Gaurav Singhvi, Kashyap Pandya, Jignesh Shah, Surbhi Saxena, Rakesh Doshi, Hemant Desai, Anil Jetwani, Rohan Desai, and few others of the governing council member are committed for fostering entrepreneurship at Surat. I just wanted to sum up with a story from a film, Drumline. So we all are playing our drums independently. So in the story of a drumline, if the people are beating the drums and if they are not in rhythm, probably that we can make a noise. But if we all together, that all stakeholders like iHub or SVNIT or Surti iLab, we all are working together, probably we can contribute faster and better results for the Surat ecosystem. And that is what I wanted to say. And we are committed at TiE Surat with an objective of fostering entrepreneurship. Thank you.
Wonderful. I will come back to you with questions. Meanwhile, I'll definitely. So thank you for your initial remark. So आपने मेन ये कहा कि TiE सूरत जो है इन्वेस्टर, मेंटर और कनेक्टिविटी जो ग्लोबल इकोसिस्टम के साथ है, ये तीन चीज जो विद्यार्थी, जो इनोवेटर, जो स्टार्टअप आज सुन रहे हैं, more than 5,000 people are directly listening to all of you. The message is very clear. If anybody needs money, need mentoring and connection, it's Punjabi ji whose name is to be there.
I just wanted to add here that recently we are running that TiE Woman program, and today is the last date. You are pleased to see that for women entrepreneurs, we have received more than 55 entries till date. Today is the last date. And we are going to have a nurture program without any cost. We are going to mentor and handhold that number of the startups from Surat, and that we are with the connection with TiE.
The entire gamut of institution across the state of Gujarat and outside should take benefit of such platforms. So we'll come back to you, sir, shortly. So I will now move on to Hetal Bhai. Hetal Bhai has a very distinctive proposition at multiple hats. You know, he's again an alumni of NIT Surat and veteran industrialist, managing director of Happy Engineering. But then he didn't become happy enough. He thought to do something for Surat, you know, and he decided to create a foundation to help out Ministry of Heavy Industries and created something called Setu Foundation. And this foundation has set up a very unique institution in Surat to help people to manufacture their proof of concept into products. And this is a very interesting thing. You know, when we used to be students, once we have some kind of proof of concept ready, we need to look out. I remember Professor Gandhi that every time I used to think, kahan jana hai? We don't know anybody beyond the campus. So how do we manufacture? How do we make the first prototype? So I didn't have contact of Hetal Bhai at that time, but today people have his numbers, have his connections. And I think Hetal Bhai, you have done a wonderful job. What Nagarjan sir rightly mentioned, in the ecosystem, only idea is not important, but how do you build that idea into a product and then take it to finance and market, that is important. So we look forward to hear from you, Hetal Bhai. What are the good things that you all are dreaming together?
Thank you, Mr. Raman. Thank you. In fact, good evening to everyone. Nagarajan sir, good evening to you too. In fact, see, when we started all these things, we are talking since last 20 years on this subject: innovation, integration, technology, startups. We are talking. And when we started one program is called Industry Institute Linkage in 2004-5. And at that time, we come to know that there is a huge gap between industry and institute, which we need to fill up. Because whoever students are coming out are not ready for industry. Industry always look ready for industry kind of things. So then we thought we can provide them hands-on training. We can thought for you can say for them practical training. And our at that time goal was to make Indian industry globally competitive. That aim we started. And from that in 2008, 9, 10, somewhere we come up with this idea that we should go with the Common Engineering Facility Center, provide a platform for engineering student as well as anybody who has an idea in their mind to cultivate it. So around in 2014-15, we discussed with the government of India, government of Gujarat, and in 2016, government has agreed to come up with the Common Engineering Facility Center in South Gujarat. That was the first of that kind in the country. And right now we are investing almost 60 crore rupees in it. And basically the purpose is, I told you, to promote the innovation along with the standardization. I can say that even we want to enhance the Indian exports, we want to improve global competitive employability. That's all our you can say vision mission is there. But main parameter, what we are thinking that there should be a common platform for everybody. If somebody has any idea in their mind, where they will go. Suppose they are going to Gandhi Saab or Rajan Saab. But again, to make that product or make that idea in reality, there should be some center. So that center is called SETU Foundation, is the full famous Science, Engineering and Technological Upliftment Foundation. This is again a not-for-profit company. And we have state-of-the-art world-class machineries in it, like wire cut, EDM, VMC, CNC turning, 3D printer, CMM, heat treatment, grinding, all the facilities are available here. So if any student or anybody has any idea in their mind, even they are not able to design and they says, I have an idea, they can come to us. We can design for him also, and we can make a product for them also. Basically, this is a product development center. Ultimately, we have in this 5 verticals we have made. One is product development or prototype development center. Second is skill development and training center, where again, whatever we learn in colleges, there are some special kind of things required in industry. So industry perspective, we have designed courses, almost 51 courses we have designed. And that we are offering to the student or the people who are working in the industry. And that course is exclusively for basically, you can say, training kind of courses. Working on, you can say, the model or the industry needed courses. The industry is required that kind of courses. Then we have one more vertical is testing and calibration laboratory, because South Gujarat is missing this part. There is no testing and calibration laboratory in whole South Gujarat. Either we have to go to Baroda or Mumbai. So that also we have included in this. And one more is a design center. So design center is basically we have come up with many softwares or you can say Top Solids, you can say Solid Edge, SolidWorks, or specialized, even you want to go for the woodworking or whatever softwares you need. The idea, if you have an idea in your mind, that software can cultivate in the design, and machine shop can produce the part. That is the main aim of our whole, you can say, this mission we have taken. If you will see in today's scenario, globally, if we will see, or rather we can compare it even with China also. So individually, if we will see, individually in Indian students or Indian persons are excellent performer. But when they are coming in a team, I think we are a poor performer. But if you will see in other countries, individually they are nothing. But when they are in a team, they are the master performers. So what is important, we see that integration of technology is much more missing part in our education or in our industry. So any product you say today is the integration of technology. Any startup you see, or any, you can say, innovation you see, it is the integration of technology. Not a single technology will use in one innovation. You want to go with the various technologies or various streams of technology. I can give you the example. Suppose you are talking about the air condition. The air condition may be electrical, maybe mechanical, maybe aerodynamic, or maybe thermodynamic, whatever you give the name. So technology integration is much more important. So this center, basically, we are planning, or we have done. See, in that case also, we have tied up with many world-class institute. We have tied up with Concordia University, Montreal, for research and development. Their research and development work we are doing here. IIT Chicago, Illinois Institute of Technology, Chicago, we have tied up, and their research and development work we are doing here. Cape Town University, South Africa, we have tied up, their research and development work we are doing here. Even in India, like NDIM, New Delhi Institute of Management, we have tied up. Then again, this NID, National Institute of Design, has tied up with us. So such kind of tying up is always give us enough sources to work. And students, whatever we say, the students, when we say students, I think last almost how many years, 12 years, 14 years, from Surat, almost 1,000 plus students, we are giving them in-plant training in industry. Almost from SVNIT students are coming to us, from SCAT students are coming to us, then from even Bharuch College, Valsad College, Navsari Degree Engineering College. All the students are coming at least for 6 weeks or 8 weeks or 12 weeks training, which we are doing since last 14 years. So our aim is just to provide them a platform. Everybody has some idea in their mind. Everybody has some thoughts in their mind. But where they can put their thoughts. So this is a platform where they can come, share the ideas, and implement their even thoughts, and even they want to give the shape of their thoughts with the product. That is also possible here. So that is the main idea of Setu Foundation. I think that is in nutshell what I have told. Further, any question is there, I can come back to you.
आपने एक बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट हिस्सा जो है इनोवेशन वैल्यू चेन का उसको एड्रेस कर रहे हैं, जहाँ पे प्रूफ ऑफ कंसेप्ट से प्रोडक्ट बनाने की जो बात हो रही है वहाँ पे कर रहे हैं. ऑलरेडी मैं फेसबुक लाइव की कुछ फीडबैक्स देख रहा था. राजकोट की कुछ स्टार्टअप्स हैं, ऑलरेडी कह रहे हैं कि आपकी नंबर और ईमेल आईडी चाहिए. सो यू आर इन डिमांड, सर. So I think we need to ensure that all innovators and entrepreneurs get access. How do we do it? So that's the beauty of this technology webinars these days. You know, getting all of the brilliant minds like you all on a single platform and sharing ideas is quite amazing. And already, I mean, in this session, already 10 people have already sent their request. So that means there is a need of such kind of facility so that they can convert those things. And this is a very important aspect of product-based enterprises, because we will not only keep on making mobile apps and websites, we'll also keep hard technology companies in this country. And that's what is Make in India drive is. And then platforms like you would be of real help. I'll come back to you with questions curation from the participants. Meanwhile, I would like to now hear from Professor Gandhi and Professor Banerjee. Both of them are great academicians, my personal mentors at NIT Surat. NIT Surat plays a very vital role in building the ecosystem in South Gujarat, not only in South Gujarat, across this country and globally, but they play a very critical role in building the ecosystem at Surat. So, Gandhi Saab and Banerjee sir, what's happening at NIT Surat on innovation entrepreneurship, and how do you think we can create an ecosystem in South Gujarat?
Yeah. Namaste, everybody. It's a pleasure joining this group. Thank you, Hiranmai, for providing this opportunity. Just a little bit of history. We started about 2 years back with the funding from DST on Nidhi TBI, as you are aware. We had a funding of about 3.9 crores. And added to that, we had another support from SSIP for 20 lakhs. And recently, we have also taken help from TechWhip 3, that is what we have ongoing program of TechWhip. We have been getting support from them, and we have totally about 4 crore plus funding available. So far this research park has started 6 group of incubation, and we have topics such as artificial intelligence, big data, healthcare, sensors, and aeronautics, educational technology. So these are the 6 groups working and made some progress. We have also supported large number of activities like hackathons. About 46 BTech projects and 4 MTech projects have been funded through this with about 30,000 support for each of these projects. So they can get better facility for their innovation. I think apart from this, we have many other tinkering activities like Hiranmai knows better. He was part of the organizer in some of this. Like we have a Drishti Lab and then Chintan Pratishthan, other SAE chapter, which does various innovative work with help from faculty. And they have been taking part in various competitions and doing well. One of the students has won 1 lakh prize from Bombay Stock Exchange for the design given. I would like to say something about how SVNIT will add value to the local startup and ecosystem. So, we have the activities through our research and consultancy wing, which is having large interaction with the industry. And faculty have already been working in areas such as alternate energy. Then we have established a center of environmental consultancy with our group from environment and various industry, chemical industry in and around Surat. So this center is growing. During the recent past, in the pandemic, work related to COVID-19, there are a lot of activities carried out here, like 3D printing of face shield for the protection of the areas. Then we made face masks, sanitizers, a tunnel for vehicle sanitization. All, it was indigenously designed and installed in our institute. And certain facility like mask and face shield we have given to SMC and other users. You may be aware that a trolley has been designed which operates remotely in the hospital wards so that personal contact is avoided. So these are part of the COVID-related work which was carried out in the institute. To enhance these activities, we have been able to appoint a CEO. Mr. Kalp Bhatt has joined as a CEO, and we expect much more activities to grow in this research park. What I feel somehow we are all busy in our own way, but it will be great if we can have some interaction regularly with Mr. Hetal Mehta or Mr. Punjabi. That will, will help. We will, sure, we will try to, I'll
Will
request
be there.
energy to coordinate this so we can meet at some frequency. What we can do together. So maybe I have not gone into the detail of each of the project activities, but I will request Professor Banerjee to add on to this regarding Professor Banerjee.
Wonderful. Professor Balanji, welcome. You're huge, sir.
Yeah. So we have taken up activities in healthcare. We have taken up activities in big data, in artificial intelligence. And we wish that we contribute somehow to Surat Municipal Corporation in terms of developing an IT park in Surat. We wish that our computer science graduates who are looking for real innovative works which SMC can provide, and in the long run, we can really help SMC build an IT park. So I believe SMC can come. We can go to SMC and we can work together that Surat will have an IT park in days to come. Some of our students have developed and worked for some overflowing sensors which can check the overflowing of sewage network, and they have already implemented in Jaipur. And I believe that we can take help of this group to SMC also, in terms of they are building some good local made sensors which are very, very cheap, and SMC can utilize them. We are also into piping leakages, where we can help SMC in terms of solving their leakages. I believe 30% of water is leaked in all the piping networks. So we have ideas where we can help them. In addition, I think how we can collaborate with SMC is through hackathons, which we are organizing over regular basis. And there are some very good ideas which have come in our recent hackathons. If we can meet to the SMC director, we'll be able to talk about them. That's all from our side.
Wonderful. I will come back to you, Professor. Now I'd like to request Professor Rajan Velukar, the former Vice Chancellor of Mumbai University and at present the Vice Chancellor at Oro University. Professor, welcome to Surat, welcome to this ecosystem, and welcome to this gang who all are bringing together to building a very, very stimulating, active young entrepreneurship ecosystem in South Gujarat. आपने ऑलरेडी अपने पुराने असाइनमेंट्स में इनोवेटर्स को, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को सपोर्ट करने के लिए बहुत कुछ कर चुके हैं, और अब आपकी सेवा हमको साउथ गुजरात के इकोसिस्टम में भी लेना है. तो आपकी तरफ से आपकी क्या परिभाषा है, आप किस तरीके से एनविसेज कर रहे हैं इस इकोसिस्टम्स को आगे लेने?
Thank you very much, Hiranmay, for giving me an opportunity to meet such a wonderful people, those who are present here and those who are also as the participants. I am sure I must compliment all the groups and all the speakers, those who have spoken before me, for doing such a wonderful job in Gujarat. I must compliment all of you for this. And thank you for including me in this panel, because it is a learning for me also. Let me just give you one information. Of course, all of you must be knowing, but that in the recent ranking of startups all over the world, our position has gone down by 7. India's position has gone down by 7. And I think this is the first question we should ask ourselves, why our position has gone down by 7 across the globe. And then we can see what kind of opportunities which we have in the South Gujarat region. And I am sure the business and ideas are in the blood of Gujaratis. We need to leverage that, and we need to convert that into a great, great opportunity. This is the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, and Mahatma Gandhi created a record in 1930, and the whole world remembers that. That is Dandi March. He started with very few people, and so many people joined. And that event, I am sure none of the world historians will forget it. Now, this is an opportunity for us. How do we create a dream, whatever we have, to bring Surat at least in the first 10 cities of India, and in future, at least 10 cities of the world. And we have that kind of opportunity. Because in coming days, I must tell you that which idea is going to work, as Dr. Mashelkar talks about, he talks about MLM model. MLM model is nothing but more from less for more people. And this COVID-19 has taught us to bring out new ideas which will resolve the problems of more number of people from the less resources. You see, only 8 startups transformed Silicon Valley across the globe, and out of those 8, 4 are in the topmost startups. They are doing the business. They are the topmost industries in the world. We need to search for those ideas. Now, if we need to search for those ideas, we need to understand what kind of opportunities we have in future. So there will be a $3 trillion global startup economy of startups. How startup ecosystems are driving new growth. We need to understand this. And then we will be able to drive our own young people so that they will work towards that. Because only coming out with an idea and implementing, and if it is not reachable to more number of people, then we may not have. And therefore, I have some solutions which I will be coming to that. Now, there will be a rise of 20% in startup in just 2 years. And this 20% is more than the GDP of UK, more than the GDP of France, and more than the GDP of Brazil. You can understand. And then how can we be the part of the 20% of the economy, 20% of the rise? Can South Gujarat be part of that? Should be our goal. By 2022, as our Prime Minister is talking about, can we achieve a short goal? And by 2030, when we are going to complete 100 years for Dandi March, can we be leader number 1 in the entire globe, Surat and the nearby area? That should be our goal. And if we decide our goal, 2022 and 2030, and work towards that and include many people, then I am sure we will be able to achieve. I have worked in the Somaiya group of institutions where we have Riddle. We established a Riddle. We received 10 crores from BIRAC. We have their DIY biolab. And we have a Riddle, Research, Innovation, Incubation Design Lab. And more than 30 startups. Out of those 30 startups, I'll just give one example. One boy has created a chessboard where you don't need another player. On the chessboard, you can play. And he has created a business of more than $3 billion in just 3 years across the globe. That chessboard is sold across the globe, and within 3 years, he has created $3 billion business. A small idea. When you play the chess, you will feel that some ghost is playing against you. Automatically, those pawns will move, and then automatically all the movements will go. Another idea which came out in that Somaiya group of institution is, in all the villages, there is a issue of internet. There is a issue of connectivity. And we found that. And an engineering student worked out for that. You don't need the internet now. He has created a instrument of mobile size device in which 1 terabyte data you can transfer even if you have uninterrupted internet with the lowest facility. Even if it is in KB, then it works. And now with that, more than 1 million examinations has been conducted. Even it works in a flight mode. In the flight, I have tested that. So what we want is, the first thing we need to teach our startups is scalability. If your startup is not working is not scalable, then there is no use. Then South Gujarat cannot achieve the target, whatever we fix. The first thing which we need to teach them is scalability, for which there are two most important things. One is design thinking. Unless and until a student knows what design thinking is, he will not be able to get the success as desired by him or her, by the government or all of us. Second thing is systems thinking. And the third thing is compassionate systems framework. This compassionate systems framework will bring the idea of inclusion and will bring the idea of scalability in them. And therefore, I give one example. We started in 1992. I was part of that. Now, in last 5 to 10 years, we see that our rifle shooters or shooting, we are winning the gold medals in Olympic. Why this is happening? Because we created several facilities in the universities of shooting ranges. Maximum number of shooting ranges which has been created in this country has brought the gold medals. But we had spent almost 25 to 28 years in developing that. So we must have patience. If we can create a curriculum in which every child must come out with an idea. So even in the school, if we have idea clubs, doesn't matter whatever idea that student is having. But if we involve more number of people, then we can get more number of startups, like China did. What China did is, when the third laboratory of Microsoft they established in China, nearly 5 million people were given the test. Out of 5 million, they had chosen 5,000. Out of 5,000, 500, and out of 500, 50 people. We need to reach out to maximum number of people. We need to involve schools. We need to integrate this idea, small idea curriculum, which can be compulsory by giving the credits to them, to the universities also. And if we can include that into the environment, then the ecosystem can be created, and then more number of people can come out of this. And therefore, one example which I would like to give. When I had gone to Canada, attending one conference on CDIO syllabus. Now what this CDIO syllabus, which 138 countries are following? CDIO is nothing but the engineering curriculum not offered in a classroom, but offered in a laboratory. The classroom is a laboratory. And in this laboratory, the whole curriculum is based on CDIO. CDIO is conceive, design, implement, and operate. The whole curriculum is based on this. The moment we bring this kind of ideas, I am sure we will be able to get more number of innovators, and we will be able to get more number of startups, and then we will be able to get more and more success, and then only we will be able to transform South Gujarat. I have a model for this. I have a model which I have worked out, which I am going to implement in my university, out of which only one thing which I am going to tell you. Say our Prime Minister has started Mann Ki Baat. Now so many people are listening to him, and some people are getting ideas. This I worked in one university where I was a Vice Chancellor, Open University. I used to go on radio and tell a story every day, but for motivation, some ethical stories. Now here we are going to implement is SKB, Startup Ki Baat. Every week, if we go on radio and reach out to these young people and tell them story of startups of the entire world, how innovations are happening, I am sure some of the young people will get motivated, and then they will come and join whatever incubation centers which we are going to have. So this I am going to start to bring disruptive mind. Future universities are disruptive universities. Today's universities will not survive. Only disruptive universities will survive. And therefore, we need to organize training programs through mentors, through practitioners for these young people, through these kind of programs. I have a big plan to transform the Oro University, and of course involving school students also, so that we reach out to the community, because unless and until we reach out to the community, really we will not be able to get the ideas. That is what, this is my first introduction to Gujarat, and therefore I just spoke in general. I have several examples which I have practiced, out of which 2 I have told, but there are many more opportunities for transforming South Gujarat, and I will be happy to be part of this movement which you have already started. You have done so much, and if I can add value to it, I will be the happiest person to add value. And therefore, last 30 seconds is the most important ingredients for this is, number 1 is access to great ideas. We should not wait for young people to come to us. We should reach out to them. Second is access to talent. Once we reach out to them, we will be able to find out the talent. Then access to capital, which you are doing, but we need to get more and more funding, which is available across the globe. And lastly is access to customers, because these customers are going to tell us the problems which they are facing. And then we will be able to find the solutions to that. So this access to these 4 things is very, very important. And that is what, and then key players, of course, all of you know about it. And therefore, we need to understand the genome of startups. The moment we understand genome of startups, we will be able to achieve what we are trying to achieve. But let us have goal of 2022 and 2030. 2022, let us come within first 10 countries as cities in the country. And 2030, let us be number 1 from our country across the globe. And then work out a plan for this. So thank you very much for listening to me or hearing to me, whatever you have done. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Rajan. You made a very wonderful framework and very practical framework. And in fact, all the distinguished panelists who are here, they are champion of one vertical each that we talked about. Access to talent, which Professor Gandhi and the entire economic world is doing. Access to capital is what Mr. Sanjay and the entire gang is doing. Access to technology and talent honing is what Hetalbai and the entire process is doing. And then we talked about access to market or customers. That was the Surat Municipal Commissioner and the entire government of Gujarat is looking into. And if anything is missed out that I was telling jokingly, Sanjay Bhai, we are there to chip into it on the public system government front. So I think we can create a very wonderful ecosystem together. And this virtual dialogue itself is a very innovative one. We have financing people, we have technology people, we have academicians, we have bureaucrats, we have enablers. So I think we can do wonderful things. So what I will do is I will pick up some questions. Some of these questions are mentioned for you specifically. So Sanjay Bhai, one question to you is, does TIE also help in investing startups in local if they come with a business plan?
So actually that TIE has all ingredients. We have that TIE international fund also available with a corpus of more than $1 million, a few $1 million. And also that we have started with the TIE India Angel Fund. And TIE India Angel Fund has also going to have a corpus of that 200 crores rupees. So that is available. We are accessible to the resources, financial resources.
Wonderful. I think Professor Gandhi has got to go. One question is aimed at NIT Surat. Maybe Professor Gandhi or maybe Professor Banerjee can address it. The question is from Pranam Kumar, who is listening to this talk online. He says that I'm also a proud alumni of NIT Surat, completed my MTech recently from IIS Trivandrum. I'm an aspiring entrepreneur. I want to get your help. What NIT Surat's incubation center or NIT Surat can help me. I think the microphone is on.
You are welcome directly. Either you communicate to me, whatever way you want the help. I just wanted to mention that our incubation center for this Section 8 company is going to be ready by 3 months' time. So it is a 20,000 square feet area. We will have facilities for 30 startups to work at one place. So after the incubation center is built, we'll be able to take up at least 30 startups nearby Surat. So he can start communicating now and start working from home. And as soon as the facility is ready, he can come and join here with us.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. So I think Professor Gandhi and Professor Banerjee will get many more such queries. So I think the session opens to many other people who want to take benefit of your resources. And I think all of us should open our resources to anybody. They may not be our own alumni, but they can come from anywhere because we have world-class laboratories, world-class faculty members. And if they can access their basic facilities to these entrepreneurs, it will be a real wonderful thing. One question to Hetal Bhai. One innovator from Ludhiana is asking, sir, अगर मेरे पास proof of concept है और मैं product बनाना चाहता हूँ तो कैसे reach करूँ आपको? How do I reach up to you?
नहीं, they can directly write to me. You can share my detail to him or them, and they can contact to me. This center is for anybody, and anybody can come and anybody can use. It is for the people, and it is for the this platform is for the society. So it can be used by anybody.
Wonderful. So they can reach out to your website and share what they want to build.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Professor Rajan, you talked about a very wonderful concept of Startup Ki Baat, in which young startups to inspire other startups. So I think this is a very wonderful initiative. So couple of startups in South Gujarat, one of them is saying, I'm ready to available whenever you need. I can talk to your students, I can talk to people and tell my story. So I think it's a wonderful idea that you talked about. We can create a pool of such entrepreneurs taking help of Punjabi ji and all and talk to people, isn't it?
Rajan sir, you need to unmute.
Unmute, please.
Yeah. Sorry. Can you just repeat so that I will be able
So one startup listening to you, he appreciated the idea of Startup Ki Baat. And he says that he himself is a startup in Surat and he has done wonderful progress. He wants to talk to your students and all. And then I pointed out that Punjabi is having a pool of startups. You are having a pool of students. Maybe we can have a merging platform very soon. All these TIE network startups talking to your students in the entire ecosystem.
Absolutely. And you can write to me on my email of the university. And I will contact you as soon as I reach Surat.
Wonderful, wonderful. One of the participants from Oro University, Dr. Monica Suri, she is saying that the point that Hetal White touched upon, industry academia integration, is quite important to convert ideas into product and market. And can there be a seamless platform which can connect between the innovators and industry in South Gujarat so that the time taken between idea to product is minimized? A question to Hetal Bhai.
No, see, I initially already told that there is this center is just to bridge the gap of industry and institute. Or otherwise, we want to see this center. There are 5 parameters for this center. We want to go with the technology upgradation. We want to go with the skill upgradation. We want to go with the efficiency upgradation. Even we want to go with the mindset upgradation. And again, when we talk about business, we want to go with the ethical business practice. So these 5 parameters we are talking. And constant interaction with industry and institute can be resolve all the issues. See, if you will see in any other countries, the research and development is taken place by the universities and funded by the industries. This scenario is not there in India, and we have to move towards that scenario. Maybe it will take little time because both sides we have to work constantly, we have to come together, we have to come on the common platform, then only it is possible. So we are trying since last many years to come bring everybody on this common platform. Is it okay, or you want any specific answer?
I think you rightly touched upon. And complementing to your comment, Dr. Jaideep Patel from Rajkot is saying that I like the approach what iHub Gujarat and other stakeholders like you all are trying to do in building the regional ecosystem rather than focusing only on a central ecosystem, and the lever is to connect industry and academia. So I think this is going to be very, very important because industry can bring in certain things which academia can leverage. So Punjabi ji, what are the things that, so if one innovator is asking, if he comes with a product ready and he wants to come to you, is he required to come with a business plan, or what is the basic need Thai community expect for these startups to come to you?
Normal mentoring sessions, we have a mentor relations cell, and they are helping that all the people, and we have a domain expert from various fields, so they can able to be approached from the mentor cell. And also we are running a program called Nurture. So Nurture is a 6 months long graduation program for the startups, and for that the basic requirement is that basic hygiene has to be there. I mean, the company establishment has to be there, either in terms of LLP or the private limited company, and it has to be registered at various level. And then we take it up with a proof of concept, and then we set up some standards that from A level to B level, the startup has to grow. And the mentoring sessions has been provided. We have designed some guru sessions, we have designed some bootstrap session, and so various activities are there. And in 6 months of time, the company can reach, and all these things are available with, I mean, not a single cost is being given, or that free of cost we are providing that facility to all the startups.
Wonderful.
So,
in fact, this is a very big asset that you have. So Professor Velunkar and Professor Gandhi has all the talents. Hetal Bhai has all the tools, and you have the lever, the funds, and the oil of the engine. So I think now, and then Nagarajan sir and Surat Municipal Commissioner and the other bureaucrats can scale this game. So I think this is a very interesting tripod, or you can say, and in this integrate years, and also we should have a vision for 10 years, so that we are focused on what we are doing, calibrate what we have achieved, and also to figure out what we want to do. In that interest only, Gujarat Student Startup and Innovation Hub has been established by Government of Gujarat, and we are giving around 2 lakhs rupees to 1,000 teams who comes to us with a basic idea on paper to demonstrate a proof of concept. And then once they demonstrate the proof of concept, we give them additional resources to build the product. We also give them up to 1 lakh rupees for filing their IPR. We file around 800 IPR by now. So what we are trying to build is we are trying to give in that early seed support so that they can attract private investments from networks like TIE and others. And I think that's very important. And one of the significant points Sanjay ji told about the connectivity of TIE network inside the country, TIE chapters, and also in Silicon Valley and other chapters. So if one entrepreneur comes to us and take help, probably he can be connected to other ecosystems. So I think you all rightly touched upon the network, the resources, the technology, the talents, and the institutional framework. So I must congratulate all the listeners that you have amazing people to help you, and they're ready to help you without any interest at this point of time. So I think all what we need to do just is to ensure that we shorten our runway to take off, take help of each of these stakeholders, Sanjay ji, Ethel Bhai, Nagarajan sir, Professor Rajan, Professor Gandhi, Professor, and all academic systems together, and see that how the journey between mind to market is shortened and effectively executed. So if you can do that, I think we will be definitely having brilliant startups coming out from your ecosystem, and anything that is needed to be enabled from Government of Gujarat and the entire gamut of stakeholders at iHub will be happy to chip in. So I at this end of this session, I would like to thank all my colleagues and panelists